Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we currently are still working on our flashpoint here. We need to tick forward and get a few repairs done. That will also be our training module finishing. Fantastic. We're just going to give these guys some medical supplies, I think. Fantastic. One reputation with the Federated Suns. That's fine. I don't care about a medical point penalty for 14 days. Should be just fine. Let's hop into the engineering and see what we want to upgrade next. We could go for our drop tonnage, but again, we haven't been hitting that limit. So I think we're better off going with the arcade for right now. And then after the arcade, we'll go for the drop weight limit, and then we'll grab our last two medical upgrades here. And that will be the last of our major non-refit related expenditures. That'll be fantastic. We're going to go ahead and do some Mech Warrior training here. I am hoping that Taboo has enough to grab Warlord. That would be amazing. Not quite. I'm going to deploy him in this episode as well, and we'll see what he gets. Hopefully enough. But let's hop into the command center here, and our next step. Actually, we need to do the debrief from the last mission, don't we? I believe so. Yes. Fantastic. Well, Commander, thanks to you, my return to civilization has been assured. Let the ISF try to pry answers from Captain Megorian. I'll wish him luck and wash my hands of it. If I never have to worry about his stupid derelict again, it'll be too soon. As a spirit, Shugo Yamaguchi, enjoy your trip home. And you yours, Commander. My best to you all. Yamaguchi out. Either he doesn't know that Megorian has no idea where the Bauman group took the Dobrev, or he doesn't care. My money's on doesn't care. Hang on a second. We're getting a call from the Motor Bjorn's platform. I'm putting it through. Commander, I've studied the Bauman Group's records regarding the derelict, and my suspicions have been confirmed. What suspicions are those? That the Dobrev drifted into the deep periphery from outside the boundaries of known space. The ship's crew was long dead, victims of an ancient misjump that warped the vessel's hull and damaged its KF drive. Whoa. Hold up. Setting aside all the other craziness in what you just said, the Dobrev is jump capable? Technically, yes. As I said, the ship's KF drive is damaged and perhaps unstable, but it is still technically operable for the time being. What the hell is this ship of yours? I want a solid answer this time. I believe the Dobrev to be an artifact of General Alexander Kerensky's exodus. Commander, please listen to me. If what it's saying is true, the Dobrev may be the single most valuable discovery in living memory. We've stumbled onto something that's bigger than all of us. We have to treat it with respect. Okay. Let's say that the Dobrev really is a leftover from Kerensky's exodus. What does that mean for us? Means that I need your help. My primary objective, the protection of New Volkai's civilian population, has failed. Now I am compelled to report my failure to SLDF Central Command. With the Dobrev's navigation logs, I can attempt to do that, to retrace the steps of Kerensky's exodus, and find out what became of the Star League. Well, I mean, this is post-clan invasion, so... Respectfully, you're off your gourd. I'm serious. If you think the fools who followed Kerensky into the Great Beyond are still out there somewhere, I've got a bridge to sell you. There's a flashpoint on Strana Mekti right now, Sumire. Just saying. A little bit of time weirdness going on here. This definitely takes place in 3025. Okay, look. I know that what it's suggesting is a long shot, but just imagine it, Sumire. A living Star League, a peaceful, enlightened civilization untouched by the horrors of the Succession Wars. Yeah, that's definitely what the clans are. Definitely. Imagine what they could teach the Inner Sphere. Let's say we consider helping you with this mission of yours. What's in it for us? I need the Dobrev's navigation logs, not its payload. If you help me reclaim the ship, its remaining cargo is yours. All that you need to do is disconnect my main computer from this decaying platform and bring it aboard the Argo. We'll find the Dobrev together. You'll want to recover my remaining combat drones as well, of course. There would be little sense in leaving them uncollected. Commander, we have a unique opportunity to expand the sphere of human knowledge, to solve an age-old question: what truly became of the SLDF? From where I'm standing, we have to accept. I'm with the doc on this one. If the Dobrev really is full of exotic weapons and mechs, I want a taste of that. Hell, not just a taste, I want the whole damn thing. It's worth a little risk on our part. Besides, my gut says that we can trust Mama Bear. If she were a person, she'd be a good one. We've reached an agreement then. I'll send a team to bring you aboard. Thank you, Commander. Please ensure that Dr. Murad is there to lead them. My memory core was not designed as a portable system, and it would be unfortunate if it got damaged in transit. We've got a plan then. I'll start putting out feelers. It may take a few months, but my friends in the gray market community should be able to come up with something. Until then, let's get back to our typical routine. There's money to be made, work to be done. You all know the drill. When we've got a new lead to go on, I'll let you all know. Okay, so that sounds good. Laser AMS and some cooling pods. Cool. Nothing too major there, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, in the time period like post-Jihad that we're in right now, that Lost Tech is not necessarily that great. But in 3025, like, the Helm memory core hasn't been recovered yet. That would be a tremendously important thing. So at this point, we need to tick forward the 3 days to get our Battle Master back, and then I think we just deploy for some finances. We need to wait at this point until Darius finds some leads. So that sounds fine. Let's double check the mech bay. Everything's good to go. Okay, so let's go ahead and deploy. And we want something that'll cause us some damage, potentially. So maybe something like this? Technically, I would argue that this is maybe a little bit better. This is a battle mission versus a I think it's okay. We'll just go ahead and negotiate this one. No free priority salvage, I'm assuming. Yeah, we'll just chill here. And we are indeed going to drop our second lance. We're going to drop our Atlas and our Corsair and our Awesome. And the question then becomes, which heavy do we want to drop? Black Knight, the Orion, or the Hector? And I think given those options, the Black Knight is the obvious choice. So, Mech Mark II, sure, that's not great. Hector, Salamander. Yeah. Coldfire has Wolverine Stealth Atlas. Okay, perfect. Coma, we're looking for a Corsair, Awesome, or Black Knight pilot. Let's see if we've got one. Here's an Awesome pilot. Wonderful. Wolverine, Centurion still. Oof. And Black Knight. Okay, so we'll just toss, I think, Panzer into the Corsair. That will be fine. Okay, so this is an assassinate mission in the Highlands, 4.5 skull, so we're expecting that there's probably an ambush force, there's definitely going to be an escort force, and the target themselves, I'm not sure what they're going to be driving. Sometimes it says in the briefing, but sometimes it does not. So let's see what we are up against there. We may or may not have allies as well. Honestly, I kind of almost prefer not having allies. I mean, they're nice for drawing fire, and they can occasionally do a little bit of damage on their own, but I'm not entirely sold that they're worth the time that they waste while doing the mission, if that makes any sense. Like, sure, they're objectively a good thing to have if you don't care about how long it takes to finish the mission, but they do add a lot of pad time into finishing that mission. For now, though, we need to destroy the target and escape. Commander, the Federated Sons has arranged for a holovid celebrity to visit Striator in the hopes of rallying the morale of the local citizens. This is an opportunity for Comstar PsyOps to instead make them understand how dangerous the region really is. Deploy your lance, find the target, eliminate him. Destroy his bodyguards if you feel so inclined. Have you seen the Davian holovid show Mercenaries? Yeah, we're being asked to kill its star, Brock Armstrong. He knows his way around a mech and will have 2 full lances as escorts. Okay, sounds good.
Command interface.
Shouldn't be a big deal. We're expecting to encounter enemy forces, blah, blah, blah. We don't have allies, and he is up in that area. I want to take this high ground. High ground in cover sounds good.
Hey, after we finish, swimming anyone? This reminds me of my childhood.
We don't see very much.
What a glorious spot for mech combat.
We're going to reserve a bit, let this guy move first. Okay, they've got a little bit of LRM splash damage.
Come on, send me a real mech warrior.
This will move now, and we'll see what it does. And that LRM came from out this direction, and actually we can see something out there. Well, that's rude. Okay, what is this? Okay, that's just a big ol' LRM boat of some variety. I'm not familiar with that particular model, but we'll figure out what that is when our sensors are working. We're going to move up with our Madcap Mark II, and let's check the hit odds on this. Honestly, not terrible. Well, Warlord. And let's go ahead and fire on this. Only hit with one laser, but that's okay. It's a little sad. More LRMs not doing anything. Round 2 is when we're really going to get an idea of what's going on here.
Yep.
For now, the Corsair can move on in. We've got the Light Gauss, and we'll go ahead and Warlord this. And we'll roll that. Okay. Not too awful there. Excellent.
Aye, aye.
So the Black Knight is going to sprint on in to here.
Hauling ass.
And from here, we're just going to, I think, roll the HA-20. I mean, that Typhoon still has a lot of armor on it. There's no doubt about that.
Waiting on you, Commander.
But the Boar's Head can move up, and I think the Boar's Head should probably lob artillery out at this Pendragon, turns out it is. Okay.
No sweat.
Well, that was a miss. So that's the primary target. Okay.
Hey.
The Battlemaster is going to pop out over here. We're probably not going to fire the UAC-20. Yeah. Get a little bit more into that Typhoon.
Yes, Commander.
The Salamander can move up, and we can probably go for the kill on the Salamander. Let's go ahead and Warlord that, and, I mean, these hit odds aren't the best, but this is a weak side. Let's see what we get. Okay, we didn't penetrate the armor. Presumably it spread out more than it needed to. Yeah, but this side is now very weak. We're going to move in with the Mauler, and the Mauler's honestly going to be pretty decent with the LBX, I feel like.
Target confirmed.
Okay, it's panicked.
Waiting for orders.
The Awesome is going to move up over here for clear LOS.
Yeah.
Once again, we're going to Warlord. This Typhoon is likely going to be dead soon. Maybe not this round, though. Oh, man. Yeah, these hit odds just aren't great. I mean, that's round 1 for you. What are you going to do? So, he moves phase 16, so we're going to get to move the Battlemaster. We'll step in over this direction.
Okay, let's
And I heard some sensor traces there. Ah, we see a Typhoon, an Ajax, and some other vehicle over here. This is a Challenger. Okay. We're going to fire on this Typhoon. I am going to fire the UAC this time, and I'm going to Warlord it. I want this Typhoon dead. It's got that LBX after all. There we go. So where's that second Lance at?
frag the vehicle.
Yes, Commander.
I suppose unless Darius was wrong about there being a second Lance,
Heading out.
we can start closing in up over this direction,
Standing by.
because we're
On my way.
pretty out of
Over
range of that Pendragon for most of our mechs right now.
What's up, boss?
Even our long-range mechs are going to be out of range of that Pendragon for the time being. Like, look at that. That's very far away.
Waiting for orders.
The Salamander is going to continue to head along the ridge as well. Sink that heat. I thought I sprinted that, but apparently not. The Pendragon moves up. Fires on the Madcap Mark II direct. That hits pretty hard.
Took a hard hit there.
12 per missile with 40 missiles.
Thy will be done.
That is painful.
Let's move.
We're not in position to do much about it right now. The Typhoon moves up, and the Boar's Head is going to step over this way. We can fire direct on this Pendragon right now, but we're out of range for it. So we're going to do indirect firing still.
Roger that. Firing on target.
Not great hits there. Challenger firing at the Awesome, not getting much done. Okay, the Corsair is going to step forward, and we can now start utilizing those light Gauss. We'll pot shot them at the Pendragon out there.
Firing.
Yeah, we didn't hit. I'm not shocked by that. Honestly, the hit odds were better than I expected, but we did miss. The Ajax firing on the Awesome, direct fire with SRMs. quite a large number of them.
She can't take much more of this.
Ah, yeah, MRM-40 and quadruple SRM-6 streak. So the Awesome is going to step forward over here, and that will get a lot of that instability gone. And we're going to fire on this Ajax C. That is the obvious choice. I'm even going to fire this Rocket 20.
Locking target.
Okay, we missed one of our PPCs there, but did a decent amount of armor damage. That thing does have a lot of armor, but it is side arc facing us right now, so we're going to move forward as much as we can with our close range guys.
Going as fast as I can.
Sadly, he moves now. He backed off. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
The Madcat Mark II is going to sprint forward. Surprisingly, its Clan Gauss rifles are still out of range.
Receiving you.
Our Salamander is going to sprint forward.
All right, let's see what this thing can do.
The Black Knight is able to get into HA-20 range, and so we're going to pot shot that.
Taking the shot.
Okay. Decent damage there. The Corsair is going to close in and continue firing those light Gauss. Do we have access to Warlord yet? No, we don't.
Okay, I'm on it.
But that is at least one hit. That is 2 hits. Nice. The Pendragon moves now, and this is going to hurt. As expected.
I'm under heavy fire.
Yes, you are.
I hear you.
The Boar's Head is going to step forward. It's going to continue to hit that Pendragon.
Right, Commander.
Okay. Not the greatest damage there, but it'll do.
I await your
The
command.
Mauler is going to sprint on in. It can't get into range. The Typhoon closes in, but it's not in LOS at this time. Shooting at the Awesome, that's fine. I don't mind. Okay.
Commander.
The Awesome is going to close in up over here. We're still out of range of the Pendragon. We're just going to brace the Awesome for right now.
Awaiting
The Black
orders.
Knight will close in. And we're going to fire on that Pendragon. I'm hoping to make it unsteady here.
Roger that.
Not quite.
What now?
Okay. The Battlemaster will sprint on forward.
I'll try.
And at this point, the Madcat Mark II is going to step to here.
Out.
We're going to Vigilance it. And then we're going to fire on the Pendragon with our Clan Gauss rifles.
Taking the shot.
Both of them missed. Sad. I was hoping for one hit there.
Didn't hit.
But nope, that did not happen. The Challenger moves back in, firing indirect on the Black Knight. That's fine. Now the Pendragon is going to move very soon here.
Let's do this.
The Salamander is actually going to position here in front of the Madcat, and we're going to brace. Hoping to block that LOS. The Ajax C does not fire.
Commander.
I'm okay with this. The Mauler is going to continue to head in over this way. We want to get our close range mechs, our Mauler and our Battlemaster, in over here. The Pendragon moves in, fires on the Corsair.
I'm doomed. Doomed.
Yeah, you're not doomed, but man, the fact that they can bypass armor? Oof. That Pendragon is definitely running hot, and this missile rack may be jammed, or it may have misfired.
I'm here.
The Corsair is going to step forward up over here, and we're going to fire on this Pendragon. We've got 50% hit odds. 55.
Roger.
Only one hit there. The Typhoon is still just kind of running around back there, and I'm okay with this.
What can I do for
Our
you?
Boar's Head steps up.
No need to tell
Are we
me,
now
Trey.
in range for direct fire? I don't think so. We are, however, in range for LRM, which is great. Do it.
Firing everything I've got.
Solid hits there. The Pendragon is now unsteady. When does it move? Round 16. We need to pour as much fire into it as possible. The Madcat Mark II is going to position here.
Acknowledged.
And we can't Warlord right now, but 57% hit odds on this Gauss.
Engaging.
Only one hit there, sadly.
Right here.
The Battlemaster is not really able to get into position to engage the Pendragon. We're going to move it up over here to fight the vehicles.
I'm Receiving you.
The Awesome, however, is able to get into position to fight the Pendragon, and so we shall. We're not going to Vigilance it. We're going to Warlord it, and we're going to fire out over this way. I don't want to Vigilance it. Fire those heavy PPCs. 84%. That's internal damage there and sensor impairment. Okay.
Commander,
And now our Black Knight moves in.
on my way.
Warlording. Fire that Gauss.
Confirmed.
LRM ammo explosion there. That's a big deal.
That.
That's a knockdown on the Pendragon. That is a huge deal. Now, it hasn't moved yet this round, but it is knocked down.
I'm here.
Our Mauler is going to head up over this direction towards the vehicles, as I said.
How's it going?
The Salamander is probably not going to get in range over here. We're just going to continue closing in over this way. Have we moved everyone? No, we have not.
Standing by.
The Corsair moves in.
Copy that.
We can't Warlord, but that's fine. Light Gauss rifles, honestly, this arm, or rather this torso. Seems good to me.
Copy that.
Ooh, that wasn't great shooting there. The Boar's Head hasn't moved yet. It's going to close in. It's also going for this. Can we fire direct fire? Not yet. Okay. This is going to do a lot of damage to the Pendragon, and it may no longer be a threat after this.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
PPC destruction. Okay, it's gone. Fantastic. So, now all we need to do is eliminate these vehicles. The vehicles are still dangerous to us. But
Roger that.
this guy, he was very dangerous to us.
Yes, boss.
The Salamander is going to sprint up to here,
Roger. Full speed.
and we're going to fire on either the Challenger or the Ajax. And I think the answer here is the Ajax. We're going to Warlord it, and we're going to fire on this Ajax. Everything we've got.
Roger that.
That's a whole lot of armor shred there.
I am out of FRMs.
Well, that variant of them anyway. The Awesome is also going to move in, and it's going to be here. I'm going to Vigilance it, because I'm concerned about the Ajax hitting the Awesome here. And I think we continue to hit the Ajax. We're going to fire the eye rockets. Man. Yeah, that Ajax has really thick armor. We are chipping through it, though, and the Black Knight is going to sprint forward up to here.
Confirmed.
Let's check those hit odds. Solidly mediocre. But I think we got to do it. Get those rolls. Some damage into the Ajax anyway, and we panicked it, so that's something. Madcap Mark II is pretty wounded right now. So we're just going to do that.
I'm here.
The Corsair has taken internal damage, but his armor is fine.
Let's move.
The Typhoon moves up. That's a lot. It missed almost all of it,
Taking
but
heavy hits, Commander.
that's definitely a lot. So the Boar's Head is going to move up, and we're going to fire this at the Ajax.
All weapons are go.
Okay, there's some indirect damage into it.
I'm ready.
The Mauler is going to continue to sprint forward as much as it can, which isn't very much. And now is when the pain occurs. That wasn't too bad. It's the follow-up that's going to be tough, though. That's a lot. That structure exposure sucks. MRM 30 crit there. It did destroy a double heatsink clan. That's hard to replace. Man, almost everything it fired clustered there. That's really rough.
Waiting for
Okay, so the Awesome is going to close in.
Roger that.
And the Awesome is going to go for the Ajax. There's no option here. That is the threat. All of them are threats,
Target
but this
confirmed.
has to go. So that's another 140 damage into that Ajax, and it still feels like it has a lot of armor.
Right here.
The Battlemaster is going to sprint in. It can't quite get into LOS. We're going to want to start disengaging probably the Salamander here. I do want to move the Magcat Mark II up. We need to protect its left side here.
On the move.
And we need to Vigilance it. But fire on that Ajax. Can we Warlord? Yes, we can. Do it. Alpha Strike it.
Locked on. All weapons.
Surprisingly, we're through the armor, but the Ajax isn't dead. That said,
Range missiles.
it has very little left there.
Aye, aye.
So the Corsair is going to sprint forward here.
All right. Full speed.
The Black Knight is going to move up and finish the job. I do not want that Ajax firing again. We missed basically everything there, but it did the trick. We're good.
Reporting vehicle destroyed.
Okay, the Ajax is
Use
gone.
my Gauss rifle ammo.
At this point, the Mauler continues to sprint on forward.
Confirmed.
There's only so much it can come forward right now.
Waiting for
The Salamander, I'm going to withdraw. Or actually, we kind of can't. The best we can do is move it to here. We would need to defend the left side, which would mean facing it more like this.
Roger.
I'd love to Vigilance it, but we're not going to do that, I think. We're instead going to go for this Typhoon. Heat is a bit high right now, so we can't really fire the medium lasers. But what we can do is something like this. 70 MRMs at this Typhoon. Okay. Decent damage there. The Typhoon moves, fires on the Salamander. Oh, that got quite a lot. Destroyed the MRM-30. That's really unfortunate. I tried to aim it this way as much as possible, but it wasn't enough. The Boar's Head is going to move up,
Right, Commander.
and it is going to go, I think, for the Typhoon here.
Take this.
Okay. Good armor damage there. We'll see what the Challenger does. Backs off. Fires at the Awesome. The Awesome's armor is getting pretty thin. That's okay.
I'm ready.
I believe we can replace the MRM-30 in the Salamander. I hope so, anyway. We're going to move up with our Awesome, and I am going to Vigilance it. 74 versus 50, obvious choice.
Engaging target.
Only one hit there on 74%. That's sad. But the Battlemaster can now engage, and things are looking much, much worse for these guys at this point.
Okay, firing everything.
There we go. The Typhoon is down, and all that's left
Tag the vehicle.
is the Challenger.
Receiving.
So the Salamander is going to move in. We're still trying to protect that left-hand side.
Location.
There we go.
confirmed.
And we're just going to fire our MRM-30 this time and sink a little heat. Okay. Not a lot of damage into that, in all honesty, but the Magcat can then fire through here. Hopefully we don't stray shot. We could. But we didn't. Great. Maybe one of those lasers, but that's fine. We're going to move... Actually, we're not going to move the Magcat at all.
Yes, Commander.
Black Knight is going to engage up over here. We're going to pepper this guy with as much armor strip as we can. Decent amounts there, but his armor is still very high. And he moves now. We'll see what he does. Moves into the fire. Shoots at the Battlemaster. I mean, since it's not braced or in cover, that makes some sense. But the Battlemaster is fresh, so we're fine here.
Standing by.
The Mauler can close in, but it still can't get LOS. Mauler's having trouble moving through this forest.
Standing by.
The Corsair is going to head over this way, and this is going to be some pretty hefty repair bills that we're going to have. There's no doubt about that. But the Boar's Head is going to close in, and we're going to drop artillery on this guy.
Be good.
That was a terrible sniper artillery shot and a terrible arrow 4 shot. Unfortunate.
Getting pretty hot in here, Commander.
Okay, the Awesome's going to close in. We have very good hit odds here on the Awesome.
Target acquired.
Structure exposure and a kill. Fantastic. Let's get out of here. Hopefully we can replace that MRM-30.
Mission successful.
I'm not 100% certain on that, but we'll see. If we can't, we could maybe toss in like a LRM kind of like the one that the Atlas has. It might be an option. Maybe an ELRM. I don't know. But that's definitely going to cost us a fair amount to repair. There's no doubt about that. Most of it is stuff that Yang can handle, but we are going to have to refit that... we're going to have to refit that Salament. Ooh, another MRM-40. We're taking that, actually. Beautiful. We got a Gauss rifle as well. ER small laser, a C3 unit. We do have one of those. And 2 Engine Core 190s that we already have. Okay, so that was really quite profitable. I do expect this to be like 350,000 C-bills for repairs. It's going to be a lot. Particularly on the Mad Cat, on the Salamander, and potentially the Awesome as well. It's going to be pretty extensive. There's no doubt about it. But that's okay. We are absolutely fine on expenditures. Yeah, we didn't overspend. We can afford the next electricity bill game. We'll be fine. We also got a Typhoon part out of that we can scrap, which is a nice little bonus, but we'll probably hold off on that. Yeah, 320k. Sounds good. That's about ballpark on what I expected. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we'll see about getting some of these repairs done. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.